everybody, this is the Addicted Movie Nerd again, and today I'm going to give the movie review of the Terminator series. Now, in 1984, James Cameron, a director, directed a great sci-fi thriller movie called The Terminator. Now, when I first watched this movie, I thought it was really good. I thought Arnold Schwarzenegger fit the role perfectly. He was a machine. He was just a machine. It was a perfect role for it. And I just love how the good guy is human and the bad guy is a robot. The storyline was actually really interesting too, about a robot going back through time to destroy Sarah Connor, the mother of the leader of the human resistance. So I like that idea. Now, on to the bad stuff on number one. I thought the chase scenes in number one were a little bit too vague. It didn't really bring out the intensity of it. Because it had some geeky music in the background. So I thought it wasn't really intense. So I didn't really like the director's choice of that. So it didn't really bring out the intensity, so I didn't really like it. Also, the special effects. Well, the special effects are kind of old. They're in 1984, but at least the music is really good. Oh well, back to the stuff. Well, the special effects, let's start again. Special effects were too old. It was kind of fake how the robot comes back out of the truck. He's on fire and stuff. He kind of walks really weird, but it's in 1984. I can't blame them. Overall, the special effects were a little good if you rate them in that year. So overall, this movie was good. The length of it was perfect. Everything else was good. The song was good. Plotline was good. Some flaws in it. So I recommend you watch it. But I bet a lot of you have already watched it. So it's alright. Now, when I heard that they were going to make a sequel of The Terminator, I thought, oh crap. No way. That's not gonna happen. No way are they gonna make a sequel. No way. They're gonna completely screw it up. I just know it. I just know it. But I had to give it a try. I gave it a try and it blew my mind. The second one was way better than the first, and I completely understood why the second one was way more successful than the first. You wanna know why? Well, let me explain right now. The first thing is the villain. He was so more advanced. He's called a T-1000. How does he die? Well, how to kill him? Well, I'm not really gonna answer. I'm just gonna answer you with one sentence. It's very hard. He gets shot, he heals immediately right back. The only way he dies is by melting or freezing. The freezing attempt, however, did not work. So, the only way he died was he melted. Sorry, that was a spoiler, but I bet you guys have already seen it, so it's not really a spoiler anymore. So I like the idea how Arnold Schwarzenegger is now a good guy against a bad guy who is way more advanced than him. So that brings out the intensity again, just like number one. So James Cameron did a good job in this one. He did way better than the first. The other thing was the extreme improvement of the chase scenes. Any crazy thing you can think of a chase scene was shown in this film. Truck versus motorcycle, motorcycle blows up, and then the truck explodes, big truck versus small truck, helicopter versus truck, shooting on the freeway while driving, helicopter explodes, you get up and get into another truck. It just does not stop. It's just unbelievable. It's just great. It's the best intense scene ever throughout the film. Actually, it's the best scene. Well, there's actually a lot of good scenes, but that's probably the best scene. So yeah, the chase scenes were way more improved. Well, because the T-1000 basically cannot die, so he goes to a lot of extreme limits just to get John Connor this time. So there's a lot of cool stuff in this film. Speaking of John Connor, that's another good thing in this film, was that the actor, he did a great job. That was actually his first film, and he did a great job. I thought his performance as John was really good, so I thank him. Arnold Schwarzenegger was also a lot better in this one because he had a lot of human emotions in this one because he was taught by John. So he was more human in this one, even though he's still a machine. Actually, it was actually John who taught Arnold how to say the "Hasta la vista, baby," which is then the new quote in the second one. The first one was "I'll be back," and actually in the second one he says "I'll be back again." So that was great. He did it again. He says "I'll be back," and then the new quote. What more can you ask for? So it was great. And overall, there are no flaws in this film, and I am dead serious. I cannot think of any way to improve this film. The special effects are so much improved. The T-1000's transformations, his liquid metal transformations, all the visual effects are way better. The movie was longer, so it was way better. The music was the same as the number one, so it was still good, and it is my favorite sci-fi movie. And I said that in the video showing my top 5 facts, so it's going to be really hard to replace this film. Now, since I was really impressed by the second one, I was pretty sure that they were going to make a third, and I was right. I saw a poster showing Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. So I thought, oh yeah, the third one's coming. That's right, I'm going to go watch it. I watched it, and it sucks! Because it sucks, I'm not going to play the theme song anymore. Alright, why is it so bad? Let me tell you. Why is the villain a female? It completely ruined the Terminator concept. What were they thinking? And the guy who portrays John Connery, not only is he ugly, but his acting skills suck. And Claire Danes didn't do a good job either. All she does was scream and scream and scream. She was like useless. And so was Arnold Schwarzenegger in this film. That was practically the only good thing, was that Arnold Schwarzenegger was still in it. But that doesn't solve the problem, because Arnold overall is not that much of a good actor. All he does is act in action films, and he's a machine in this one. What good can he do in this film? So overall, this movie was crap. The chase scenes were really horrible. There's basically only one chase scene, practically only two. The special effects weren't as good as the T-1000's transformations in number 2. And the bad guy wasn't as good as the second one. So, screw it. The music isn't that good either. It's not like the second one, which is better than the first. So, the whole thing was copied. The storyline of the third one is like part 2 of the second one. So what's good in this film? Nothing. The only thing in this film was bad. I'd rather eat nacho chips dipped in soy sauce than watch this film. I'd rather eat Cheetos soaked in Capri Sun juice. I'd rather drown in Mountain Dew. I'd rather get Rick rolled 1,000,000 times every day than watch this film. I'd rather see a dolphin humping a shoe. I'd rather see a penguin holding an AK-47 and shooting everybody everywhere. I just hate it. Let the message be known. From the galaxy to the megaverse to all the ultraverses, let the word be known. Terminator 3 sucks. Well, at least they have number 1 and 2. So if you didn't watch any of the 3 films, here are my suggestions. Rent the first one, buy the second one, and for the third, if you have enough money, I recommend you buy an Uzi 4mm, go into the rental store, and shoot every single copy of Terminator 3. I guarantee you will not regret it. Well, there's a number 4 coming out, Terminator Salvation, starring Christian Bale. I didn't watch that yet, because right now it didn't come out yet, but I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to make a movie review to tell you guys how the movie is. So you might want to think twice, because I already have a feeling that number 4 won't be that good. But right now, I'm just going to forget about Terminator 3. I'm just going to go back, turn on the stereo system,